My camera. So that's how we'll sync the audio and the video together. But anyway, so this is Escape Room Weekly episode 002. So this is the second episode. The very first episode was way when we were in the production of it, and now we're finally open. We're operating now, and time to talk about how things were going. So my guest is Joey. He's my employee, and he's the actual person running the rooms while Chris and I are out doing other stuff. So
that's right.
How's it been?
It's been quite an adventure. I mean, give me the keys to a business, saying, "Hey, this is your baby. Do it." It's also a sense of good pride just to prove like my worthiness as an employee and as Detective Jack Schaefer, and I'm loving it. Really, truly love this job and the opportunity to work with the public and portray this Jack Schaefer guy.
Yeah, you're definitely a character. I feel like this is one of the more perfect fitting jobs where you get to play a character and just interact with people.
Oh, absolutely.
You're the kind of guy that wears sunglasses inside.
Yeah, like the sunglasses. I'm always about sunglasses. It's just plus it's really bright in here, which is good. Mm-hmm. But just always wearing in character, I guess, even when I'm not at work. At Despair Escape Room. So. And
what's the most challenging thing that you think that you found working as a host of an escape room?
I would say something of just guests will sometimes come in and I can tell that they're just not in the best zone. Sometimes like their parents make them come, but their parents want to go, and it's kind of tough sometimes because I want to make that such an experience for them, But then I always overcome by just playing the character and just entertaining them before they even get in the escape room, and they're just trying to brighten their day up, because I feel bad because I want to do so much to make their experience, whatever they're going through before they come in, I want to make that more of a better experience, so it's kind of challenging sometimes to get out of Detective Jack Schaefer's character and just find out what's like bothering them a little bit, and just feed off of them and just make it a good experience,
Well, yeah, one of the things I've noticed that you do really well is that you're able to kind of roll with the punches of whatever the guests are feeling, and you're able to just pull them into the experience from wherever place they currently are at, and you can actually get them in the mindset of the room that they're about to do.
Oh, absolutely.
And every single I've watched some of the games that you run, and they always look like they're having a good time. Like your interaction with them, they seem excited about everything that's happening in there. So I think you definitely do a great job when you talk to them there. For the people that don't really know what an escape room is, so here's basically the gist of it. An escape room across the board normally means that, well, definitely for us, an escape room is you have 60 minutes. You and your friends are going to get put into this room where you're going to get this scenario where you have to solve puzzles, figure out challenges, and you have to escape within that 60 minutes. We are a horror escape room, so you're going to be in that room for 60 minutes, and scary, creepy, horrific incidences are going to happen inside there, and you're going to have to work within that chaos, solve the puzzles, and escape. And if you escape, you're going to get you're going to have a time that you escaped with, and you're going to get that score, and you're going to be able to compare your score to the other groups that went in there. Mm-hmm. I think like you were saying earlier, there's two types of people that go to the escape room. It's right. Like, it's people that are looking for something to do. They, just want to do something fun. And then there's people that are going for that high score. Yeah. And yeah, those are, I think one group definitely turns into the other group.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Or with anything you do, like you find something that you want something to do just with the family, but then you find that it's like this escape room is very addicting. People want to come back, and just when it comes to that, when you want to come back means you want to compete. And that's when you can fall into the first category. You're like, okay, you came in as a family just because we don't want to go to the movies and deal with the sticky floor or the popcorn just all over the place. Now we got this experience. Now we're going to start just pursuing to beat this other team because I heard their team was close to ours, So works out pretty good.
Yeah, we started doing escape rooms about 3 years ago, and we did the first one, and from then we were pretty hooked. Like we did at least a room a month. Right. Pretty consistently, and then I went on deployment, and then I got back, and then we did one or two here, but then we really got into serious of actually making one because it's an absolute blast. Like I think it's I really think escape rooms are going to be one of the next big things for, like instead of going bowling or going, doing whatever, escape rooms are going to be like the option to do. Because I really think it's like the perfect, night of fun you could have.
Oh, absolutely.
You can literally gather your friends together. You do this experience together that is completely unique. It's not going to be, repetitive like you did the last time. You're going to do something completely different. You're all going to be talking about it afterwards. Like, oh, I screwed this thing up. I wish I did this.
Exactly.
It's always going to be that experience whenever you go to an escape room with you and your friends.
Yeah.
And then escape rooms are very welcoming to introducing you to other rooms. So really, if you just got on the train and started doing escape rooms, you wouldn't run out unless you were hardcore serious about doing all of the escape rooms in Southern California. And also, they're being made so quickly that you would, I think it's a perfect hobby because you're testing yourself, you're increasing your problem solving skills, you're increasing your communication skills, and you're just growing together as a group. I mean, this is way more interactive, like team building with you and your friends is going to be way higher than anything else you do. Because when you actually put into challenges with you and your friends, that's where like stories and you really start to understand what you and your friends are like. But, but when you're in the escape room together, like you start having, so Chris and I were in an escape room once. We were inside this little cubby and we were hiding. And then there was this hole where you had to reach your hand in, and then somebody somewhere else had to tell you where to put your hand. So I reached my hand in to try to find it, and then Chris reached his hand in to try to find it, and then we clasped hands for a moment. we let go, and then we swore not to tell anybody, but I guess I'm telling everybody right now. But
how's that possible with those big old guns? These guys, like Arnold Schwarzenegger arms. Did he actually?
Well, okay, so
how did he get his hand in there with all those big old?
The hole was this big. And
okay.
And then he broke through, and then he flexed, and then the hole broke bigger. But yeah, like just simple stuff like that. We tell that story all the time. Like it's just you're gonna have like funny stuff that you did. I mean, I think I have a story from almost every single escape room.
Right.
Whether it's usually like about another person and their reaction to something or how well we did something.
Oh yeah.
I honestly think it's like the perfect fun thing to do with you and your friends.
Oh yeah,
is an escape room.
I agree.
Okay, what about price? Do you think it's worth the cost?
Absolutely, it's worth the cost. I mean, like I said, I've been on dates and even with the friends or whatever, and if you're after movie ticket, popcorn, drink, and then there's always that Del Taco thing right after, I'm up to about $50-$60 just to sit there and watch something on the screen. There's no communication. It's just like, of course, me trying to go for the hand. It's like, cool.
Especially for a date, like you're not finding anything out about each other or anything.
Exactly. It's just like there's no communication. Even bowling, it's just like no offense to like the bowling, it's kind of cool, but like your feet smell, like the shoes smell. You got people looking at you thinking I can out bowl that guy, but this is like when you go in that room, it says it's worth the money, absolutely, because it just like you said, you learn from your partner, your friend, whoever it is, like. It's a little bit something new, whether they're about their good side or their little tempers or they're more observant than you or maybe competitive. And everyone that has come into our escape room has never complained once about, well, what kind of price was high? No, they love it, So the price is very, very good. And for this escape room, absolutely.
It's also a great chance to prove your intellect.
Exactly.
Like if you do this as a date, like this is a great chance for you to show how cool you are by how well you accomplish these challenges.
Exactly.
Solve all these puzzles. What's another obstacle that people think that?
The obstacle for this being in the escape room, or what do you mean?
I don't know. I've never done an escape room before.
Right.
I need to know more about it before I actually do one. Okay, so like, what's the process? So I want to do an escape room. What do I do?
The process of starting your own escape room?
No, just like going to an escape room.
It's just basically ours is easy to find. Ours is on Facebook. We're really big on Facebook, Instagram. We're on Google and all that, and just looking up our website to see. We have a lot of information out there, just the whole process. And most people I talk to about the escape room, they're like, "What's that? Is that kind of like that Saw movie?" I'm like, "No, we're not going to tie you to handcuffs and cut your leg off or anything like that." And once I explain the rundown of the process when you get in there, right when you walk in the building, you're already in the whole scene. I'm Detective Jack Schaefer. We have our other detective, and we just build up their characters to prepare them for Missy's room, this and that. and they love it. Like I said, it's an easy process with the escape room. But when you get in there, it was challenging for me. Let me tell you, when I first did Missy's room, I was just like, what the heck, man? What is going on here? Like I really had to start thinking. But me and my other detective, we bonded with like getting a little bit closer to figure out, like, put our minds together to escape this room. So.
Well, you also did it with a group of just two. So
yeah,
that was also kind of a drawback. I mean, neither of you did an escape room before. That was the first, figuring it out on the fly.
Oh yeah, so yeah, from 2 to like, I think we had a group that came in last week, and they brought a baby, and I thought that was awesome because I mean, people asked, well, can we bring a baby? What's the age limit? Like, you can bring a baby, you can bring your great grandmother, you can, and they all found that they all brought something to the table. Even the baby just sitting there, just being quiet. One girl was getting frustrated. Maybe the aunt, she was a little youngster. She's just like, and she was getting freaked out, jumping and scared. But then there was a baby. So the baby actually helped out, getting her back to that mindset to actually figure out, and they won. With 2 seconds left, I think they beat the room.
So the baby was the brains of the operation.
The baby was the brains of the outfit. Yep.
So the process, it's easy. Like, you literally just go online, you find a time from the day, or like throughout the day, or tomorrow, the next day. You choose that time. You choose the amount of people you want to book. So if you're going to be the primary person booking for everybody, you choose 2, 3, 4 tickets, buy online, and then at that point, that slot is now purchased. So kind of think of like a movie ticket.
Yep.
Now it's booked for you. So you show up at that time. From the moment you walk in the door, you are now in the game. So you walk in, the detective will now run you through the story of the room. He'll give you a short safety brief, and then you get put into the live action horror escape room experience. And from then, you have 60 minutes to solve the puzzles, figure out the challenges, and escape. And then if you do escape within that 60 minutes, you are now a survivor of Despair Escape Room's first room. So the first room right here is Missy's room. So that one's operational right now. And then in the making is the lab, which is coming out soon. But if you have a record of beating the first one and surviving, and then beating the second one and surviving, there's going to be a constant record of your team survival.
Absolutely.
And then that's it. Like, it's really that simple. It's about as easy as going, like, buying a movie ticket and showing up. It's not anything too crazy. You literally just get put in there, and then you're like, it's real life. You're going in. You're looking under stuff. You're opening up books. You're trying to solve puzzles, and then it's literally like your ability to communicate with your team and solve the puzzles together that will allow you to survive. And then if you survive better than other teams' survival, have survived, that's when your highest score starts to take place.
Oh, absolutely. That high score is a big factor because, like I said, we have that half the people that come in are very competitive, and what we offer, unlike a movie theater or just whatever some of these entertainment is, a movie won't say, hey, if you are the best at this and you beat this time. They don't say it in a movie theater. We're going to give you a gift card. And if I put it out of my pocket, I don't care. Like, at the end of the year, put the times together. We even talked about doing a trophy. With the trophy, do like a gift card saying, hey, if you are that, like you say you are, like you are that good, which you are good, and you can beat this room too, we're going to give you a trophy, and we reward you with a gift card, for whatever restaurant, And just to show thank you from the Despair family that for giving us the opportunity for you to come back like you have been, and showing your loyalty and being the best time, all of California. Because we have a lot of people from different, Redlands, Inland Empire, that are coming up, because they actually heard of this escape room. So.
Yeah, and there's also, like, we want to be very, how do I say this? We want to be very giving to the other escape rooms around.
Oh, yeah.
So our top teams, we want to try to hook up discounts to other escape rooms because we want you to have the chance to try to compete with their top players too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm a big believer in the escape room industry being very friendly with the other escape rooms, and that really helps the success of all the other escape rooms. So if you're one of the top teams, we're gonna we're gonna try to hook you up.
I like that with the other escape rooms with their top team. It's almost like remember that movie Heavyweights, the camp movie that the camps get like competitive with the other camps, and they just do these little.
Yeah,
I kind of like that idea. It's kind of cool, yeah.
I don't think there's much else to talk about other than our plan for this week. I kind of want to have some sort of contest for the top team for just this week. So anybody that competes or that plays the room and gets out for the time, whoever the top time is, I kind of will hook them up with something. So
absolutely.
I'm gonna figure that out in the next few days. But yeah, I want to have that in place too. Other than that, it was great talking to you.
It was
Joey.
great talking to you. Always.
Nice. Yeah. So, plan on doing this again every single weekend. So probably not next weekend, but one of the following ones will have you back on here. So.
Well, thank you. Like Bob Barker always says, besides spay and neuter your animals, I always want to say to our men and women out there fighting for our country, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. By the way, I'm also enlisted in the Marine Corps, so that's another thing that I'm doing in addition to this. But so that's it for this one. See you next time.
Yeah.
Okay.